Welcome back, everybody, to BVarsity Live. Our final segment, our thanks to Independence girls basketball team and Liberty's boys basketball team for joining us today. And
we gotta
we'll have to get some soccer people.
We gotta get some
just thinking
soccer
that.
love in here next week.
We'll get. We've had wrestling, we've had boys and girls basketball. We're gonna get some soccer. Got to get some girls wrestlers in here too. We had the first all girls.
We had them in here
Kern
last
County
year. Let's do it again this year.
Yeah, we'll do
for sure.
And they've got their state tournament coming up in late February. So we will get to that as well.
We need haircuts.
Yeah, I especially need a haircut.
We need haircuts.
My wife wants me to grow it out. I'm done. I just,
Kristen wants me to cut it.
It's in my ears. It's in my eyes. I can't do it anymore. It is kind of the winter look, but let's take one last look back at the fall season that was. And I know now we're getting ready for winter postseason before.
Look at those guys.
But our football all-area team came out on Sunday. That is what the inside pages look like. The offensive first team on the left and the defensive first team on the right, and then the big picture you see is our player of the year, Johnny Balderas of Liberty, who is really, he was our player of the year because he could do it in all phases of the game.
And at a very high level, when you think about, he was their top receiver, he was a shutdown corner, and then he arguably best returner in the central section.
Yeah, and one of the best cover corners and also a very good receiver. So I think a well-deserved honor for him. There was a lot of ways we could have gone with that, and you see our offensive player of the year,
commit.
Jeremiah Foster, and defensive player of the year is Ricky Leung-Wai of Ridgeview. And then we also, so many guys had terrific years. Braden Wingle at Bakersfield Christian, so many guys at Bakersfield High School, Shane Jones, Justin McGill, Taj Wright. I mean,
Jamar Moy over at Ridgeview.
Yeah, Jamar.
Robert
that's a good
Kozine
one,
went over
certainly.
2,500 rushing yards at Taft.
You could
Elijah Ortiz really became kind of the one big playmaker for Stockdale as they kind of lumbered through the SWIL. I mean, he's a very good playmaker defensively.
Cole Beatty came back from injury to have a good year. Connor Bruce
Gabe Cherry
had a good year before he got hurt. Yeah,
Gabe Cherry over at Centennial, already on campus at Cal, getting ready for football there under new head coach Justin Wilcox. So
Aries Harris at South. I mean, so many good players. And those guys are all featured. So, again, you can check that out, Bakersfield.com. Also, if you call our circulation department, we will, and just call the main number, 395-7500, ask to be connected with the circulation, and they can get you copies of that Sunday paper if you would like that. Now, we also made a video. We had a lot of these guys in the studio, and Trevor talked to them. We had the players of the year, right?
Yeah, the players of the year, Johnny Balderas, Ricky Leung-Wai, and Jeremiah Foster, and this is a video cut up of those 3 interviews that I did.
And our coach of the year, by the way, was David Finucchi of East, but here's the video with the players of the year talking to Trevor.
We are joined by Johnny Balderas, senior at Liberty. He is our BVarsity All-Area Player of the Year. Johnny, absolutely fantastic year for you, and I think it's easy to say that nobody was more dominant in all 3 phases of the football game as you were. For you, in your final year in high school, how exciting was this year for you, man?
Well, it's an honor to go out and end my senior season like this, and I just gave it everything I got to succeed at this level. So it was great.
We're here with Jeremiah Foster, senior from Bakersfield Christian High School, the BVarsity All-Area Offensive Player of the Year. I think we could have gone both ways on this because, Jeremiah, you're about as dominant as it could be on both sides of the ball. We picked you for offense because you had 88 catches, 1,652 yards, and 20 touchdown catches from the man sitting over in the corner, Braden Wingle. But you also had 10 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball, and you helped lead the Eagles to the D4AA state championship. Let me take a breath after all that. And, Jeremiah, how much fun was this year for you, man?
This year was a lot of fun. Being my senior year, I got to go out and play ball with my team, and to cap my season off, my little brother actually got brought up, so that was pretty cool playing with my little brother my last year of high school. And it was just a great journey for our team and our school, and I'm proud of my team.
We're here with Ricky Leung-Wai, senior from Ridgeview, our BVarsity All-Area Defensive Player of the Year. Ricky, I don't think anybody was more dominant on the defensive side of the ball than you were. We'll go over the stats in a little bit, but for you, being that ferocious guy at the line, hungry for sacks, hungry for tackles for loss, how much fun was this last year for you, even though there were a lot of ups and downs? We'll get into that too.
Yeah. Oh, this whole year was actually pretty fun, and I played my butt off, and I tried to work hard for the team, and try to dominate the line just the best as I can, and try to be that top guy.
At what point did you realize that this was your team and it was on you to be the leader with guys like Luke Fringer and Zach Griffin along the line with you?
Right around this time last year, from zero period, me, Luke, Zach, all of us knew we had to be the leaders and like motivate this team to come up and like be strong like every other year they had.
And then you guys ended it, a week before Christmas. When you envisioned this year, did you ever think that you would be playing ball a week before Christmas?
Well, yes and no. Like you always say, we're gonna go to Valley, we're gonna go to State, like to stay motivated. But after we started putting in the work, and then week in and week out, I realized that we're gonna be at this for a long time, and to go as long as we did is a blessing in its own time.
And we always talk about how you learn more on the football field losing than you do winning. Obviously, Ridgeview won a lot your sophomore and junior year. You guys won 2 Valley titles. You went to 2 SoCal regional games. But this year, you guys had 6 losses. A lot of things didn't go the way you wanted to, but you still made it to the D2 section championship and a loss against Sanger. Is it true that you learn more as a football player through losing seasons than you do winning seasons about yourself and about the team?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. So, like, as we were losing, I started valuing like the importance of winning and how you need to win and how everybody needs to be together to win a football game. And it's a lot of work, and I learned that throughout this last year, and it was a lot of work, and when we managed to do so, we made it to the championship, and I'm proud of that. So
obviously for me, I think the one big game for you was your final home game against Clovis North, where you had the touchdown catch, you returned the kickoff to start the game, you had an interception late in the game in the end zone, and I think that really kind of solidified where you stood in terms of Player of the Year status for me. What was the one big game for you personally? Was it that game? Was it a different game? Was it Clovis West? Anything of that nature?
It was that game.
Yeah.
That was my biggest game of the year. So.
Why? I mean, what was it about that game? Was it because you kind of knew that might have been it at home, and you really wanted to do it because you wanted to make sure that you guys got that second chance at BHS? How much of that? What different avenues went into that game for you?
I just wanted to play the following week against BHS. I didn't want to lose at home, so I had to show out that game.
For you, I think you kind of understand how small of a community Bakersfield is, regardless how big it really is when we're talking about 500,000 people in Kern County. How much have you enjoyed being a part of this kind of community when it comes to football players, where you guys are friends with guys at Ridgeview, friends with guys at BHS, Highland, wherever, Centennial, Stockdale? How much of that do you guys take in and know that you're going to be able to take that on? Because at UNLV, Daniel Shoney from BHS just committed to UNLV, and then everybody else is going to play in the Mountain West and in the Pac-12. There's Daniel Shoney actually right now as we talk. How much of that community do you love that it's not just about your team, it's about the whole city as a? It's
all love over here, Everybody wants to make it, and everybody wants to show out for the 661 for Kern County. Bakersfield, I love it over here. I love, it was a big change for me from moving to Shafter to here. Mm-hmm. But every minute, I enjoy it, even though I have hard times about my grandma. But I enjoy being over here.
Incredible year for you. Let's go down the line real quick, guys. These are eye-popping stats. 72 tackles this year, 24 tackles for loss, 16.5 sacks, 34 quarterback hurries. You forced 5 fumbles, and you even blocked 3 punts. Mm-hmm. At what age did you know, or when did you know that you had a skill set that was going to help you for a long time in this game?
Well, I think it was around my sophomore year as I finally knew my true talent, how I have to utilize all my talents to I have to utilize my talent as full potential. So
right, Jeremiah, you're the one true throwback. You're already on the basketball team. You guys are in league already. You've got track and field season coming up in the spring. You're the reigning high jump champ in the Central section. Past that, where are your sights set next year? Do you know yet?
I know I'm going to go play college football. I don't know where yet. I'm going to take a couple visits here pretty soon, but I don't know exactly where my future football team is.
Ricky, it was fantastic year for you. Yeah. Fantastic career at Ridgeview. We wish you the best in college. And congratulations, Ricky Leung-Wai, being our BVarsity All-Area Defensive Player of the Year. Ricky, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you, Jeremiah Foster, our BVarsity All-Area Offensive Player of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Yep. And Johnny, whether it was at Shaft or Liberty, you had a great career in high school. Congratulations on being our BVarsity All-Area Player of the Year. Congratulations to you, Johnny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations to you, Trevor, on another football season finished.
All-Area's done, and I don't have to worry about it for another 2 months.
There was a lot of congratulating being done there. So congratulations to us too, right?
No.
Hey, it's
no.
So that's
Chris.
And to Chris, yeah. And that is a wrap
for cutting those up for us
on the fall sports season for 2016 and 17, and now we're officially all winter all the time until spring sports start in like a month. So
yeah.
We've got a good month here of basketball, soccer, and wrestling, and we will continue to bring it to you here like nobody else does on BVarsity Live in print, on the website, and on video. Our producer is Chris McCullough. That's Trevor Horn. I'm Zach Ewing. Again, our thanks to the Independence girls basketball team, the Liberty boys basketball team.
Don't forget about BVarsity Nightly. Tonight I'll have highlights of that Sentinel BHS boys soccer game. And then again tomorrow, we've got South at Highland and boys soccer. And the show runs every Tuesday through Friday. And it's usually on the website. And I put it out on Twitter and Facebook by about 10:30 every night.
Extended highlights of at least one game, sometimes more. We'll have all the scores for you. And so look for Trevor at about 10:30 each night, Tuesday through Friday, every week during the school year. Until then, for Chris and Trevor, I'm Zach. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Is looking deep down the left side, Mendeville into the end zone, touchdown! Down the sideline, still Foley to the house, and the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17